Hey guys, welcome to my world. Okay. At my appointment, he is calling in a different medication for as needed for the anxiety to get me through all of what's going on, which is what I was hoping for. Um, but something that's not going to put me to sleep, like the lorazepam. It's clonazepam instead. It's more long acting and isn't as likely to put you to sleep. So that's good. Um, we also talked about the fact that my liver and my GI are dropping the ball. With having symptoms, I need a colonoscopy. How I'm going to get there, I have not a freaking clue. But I need a colonoscopy. I know that. It's been 8 years, and I said the thing is, I have seen them. I said, I was seeing liver during the pandemic over the computer, and then they said, we need you to come in. That's, oh. And then I got a hold of Elder Bus, and I could do it that way. I said, okay, I'll come in. And they dropped me completely. And my doctors had to pick up the slack. So I'm going for blood work this coming week after my surgery. I am going to have my liver ultrasound, and I have had ultrasounds. And that's pretty easy to do. Go over to Whitensville, get it done. um, but he does not like that they're only seeing me once a year and not every 6 months, and that they are not doing any labs. That they are, I said, well, you have to remember, they're not liver. Liver dropped me on you. They did. They dropped my autoimmune liver disease, my autoimmune cholangitis and cirrhosis in his lap. So, which was not fair to him. And I told him, I said, I was not happy when they changed this last appointment. I said, I had an appointment. I think it was September or October of last year. And they changed it because she left the practice, and they changed it to June of this year. That was not my fault. And liver never followed up either. They just completely dropped me. So he's thinking about switching my GI over to a different practice because he's not liking how the clinic is treating me at all. He said, why have they not done a colonoscopy since 2016? That's 9 years. That's not acceptable. He said 10 years is acceptable if you have no other issues. But having Crohn's, you're at higher risk for colon cancer, as I understand that. And the worst part, truthfully, is just the prep. I would do it. Matter of fact, I'd rather do that than have oral surgery. That being said, I just can't get there. It's not a matter of being afraid to do it. Truthfully, it's easy. Like I said, the worst part is the prep, because it's like fire over your hemorrhoids. It's horrible. And so, yeah. So I'm glad that he's figuring things out, and I will get my labs done along with the tumor marker that hasn't been done in I don't know how long. It's supposed to be done every 6 months because I'm at higher risk for liver cancer as well because I have cirrhosis. And he was very impressed that I understood that. I said, well, yeah, I know what is supposed to be done. Regular blood work every 3 months on my liver, with the tumor markers every 6 months, and ultrasounds every 3. I know that. I had to fight for it the last time. And actually, no, not the last time, the time before last. He did it the last time. I had to fight for it the time before that, when my neighbor that lived in this apartment was dying of liver cancer. And that was before my mother died. I was having to fight for the proper care. And he's not liking it. So I do definitely appreciate that. Um, and he explained something to me when I was talking about my uncle. He said, when you have a fall like that, it causes delirium, which is another word for confusion. That's the way he said it, which I knew anyway. And it can cause their memory to change. He said they'll never go back to baseline, especially if you're an older person. I said, well, he's about to turn 78. So I'm just praying that all my blood work is still fine, which it should be, and my ultrasound is still fine, which it should. Well, it's not fine. It's what's called heterogeneous, meaning that it's lumpy bumpy, but my liver is not smooth because I have cirrhosis and I have an autoimmune liver disease. And that's what heterogeneous means. It means lumpy bumpy, not smooth. Homogeneous would be smooth. Homogeneous, meaning like homogenized milk. It's all one texture. So if it's homogeneous or homogeneous, the liver is all one smooth texture. If it's heterogeneous, it's not. And mine isn't. It's heterogeneous. It's not all one texture. Because I have cirrhosis and I have an autoimmune disease, which put me at risk for liver cancer. I'm also at risk for colon cancer. I know this. But Diane did say that she would figure out a way to take a day off to get me up there for a colonoscopy. But he's thinking after my appointment in June that he's probably gonna look to change me maybe back to St. V's. That's short for St. Vincent's, and it's a hospital in the city, which is where I was before. So, but she retired, and I got sent to Milford, which was a disaster, because he was doing everything so close together. He was doing it every year. I only needed every 3, which I would be fine with. Like I said, the worst part is the prep. Let's make sure that's still on. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of update you guys and let you know what's going on. So it was a good appointment, and I explained it to him. That it's just so much all at once. I said, and I'm not the only one reeling with what's going on with my uncle. His kids are too, because they weren't aware of how severe the situation was, because his wife kept it, And maybe she did that for herself so she didn't have to hear herself say it out loud, because she's scared. That's definitely a possibility. Just upsets me that she wouldn't say, hey, he's not doing so well. But his kids found out when he didn't know his daughter when she called him on her birthday. I don't think he knew me the other day either. He just seemed, well, he seemed happy, which is good, but he just seemed a little confused. But the doctor explaining that to me actually made me feel a little bit better about it. And then trying to help my aunt. But he said, you're going through so much. I said, and it's causing my Crohn's to flare. And that's what got us talking about that. And it's causing me to have spastic colon attacks, 2 days in a row, which is unheard of. It's causing this virus to go crazy. He told me to take the other 2 that I should have been taking, 2 in the morning and 2 at night that day. and I didn't. So he told me, take the other two, get rid of this, because I showed it to him. It's there again. He said, did you? And that's when I found out that I misread the instructions. I was supposed to take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. So, but I am going to go take my meds because my alarm went off while I was on the call with him. So, and what is the other video we're doing? Let's see here. Oh, we're doing a kid missing behind the scenes. Okay, that's good. So I'll bring you over here then. Ow! I smacked myself in the eyeglasses with the microphone. Excuse me. I just smacked myself with the eyeglasses with the microphone. My brand new eyeglasses, no less. And I did donate my other eyeglasses, by the way. Which is something, like I said, I've done since I was a kid. And I'm glad that my doctor believes in faith. So, because he said, and that's where faith comes in. I said, absolutely, I'd be curled up in a ball somewhere without my faith. With everything that's happened. So, just talking to him lifted a weight off my shoulders that I can't explain. Cold. Of course, I turned off the heat because it was kicking in yesterday, and it was like 60 degrees outside. I'm like, why are you kicking in? And I wouldn't have known it except I was walking on the or exercising on the gazelle, and that's what made me realize it was kicking in because I could feel it. I'm like, you can't be serious. And I reached down, like, got my front door open. It's beautiful. Why are you kicking in? So I shut it off. But so I will walk down next week after my surgery at some point, get some blood work. Because I don't think it'll be ready for tomorrow. So, yeah. Thank you for listening to that update. It actually, it made me feel so much better. So the next thing we're going to do is a little kid missing behind the scenes. I hope you'll join me for that. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you soon. Please subscribe. Ow. Yeah, it's split again. Yeah, you can see how red that is. I showed it to him. He said, take the other two. So, and he's also going to give me the cream, the pain cream for my butt. And he really wants me to have colonoscopy, even if it means going to a different facility, because he's more than a little bit aggravated. And I think he's also aggravated, and rightly so, that my liver got dropped on him. So. See, the clinic separated the two. Whereas when I went to a gastro, they took care of both the Crohn's and the liver. So, have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.